Well, gang, it looks like that we got another mystery at our hands. You guys know the deal by now. We're just gonna jump right into it. Like the video if you love your mama. Shout out to Barry Step and all these people for filming and uploading this on the internet. Roll it.
Need to watch this.
The Earth is being put into a countdown collapse right now. Globalists have gone from testing phase into full operational now. And they say, read their writings, we are going to have a post-industrial world by 2030. We will have no personal cars by 2030. You will be eating bugs by 2030. And we will start the depopulation of 90% of the people by 2045. That is the official WF, official UN, official Club of Rome plan.
It's funny how these organizations like the World Economic
90%? What the hell? We're like, what, 8 billion, and by 2045, I guess we're gonna be like 10 billion, just roughly. So 90% gone, that would... I mean, even Thanos was like, okay, let's do 50-50, right? What the actual hell? These suckers are insanely satanic. Man,
Economic Forum will come right out in the
more so than Thanos
open and say that they want to start working on global depopulation. Yet when you hear it from the mouth of Alex Jones, it sounds like the ramblings of a lunatic. I feel like we're at a breaking point with the World Economic Forum. They're about to have complete and total control in just a matter of weeks if we don't retake our country with this next election. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I think we all know who our only chance at salvation is. Get out and vote. Even if you're in a state where you feel like it doesn't matter, we need to send a message that the majority does not agree with their view and is not going to put up with this anti-human crap.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean eat bugs, right? What do you mean don't own cars, man? You will own nothing and be happy.
What percent of our atmosphere is CO2?
Repeat that question.
What percent of our atmosphere is CO2, carbon dioxide?
I'll bite 5%.
5?
We'll go 7. What's your favorite number?
I'll see their 5 and suggest that we know that transportation causes 49% of CO2, so that's why we're all working on energy transition.
All right. So what number do you think it is?
5.
5? Do you have one, Mr. Boyd?
So we got a 5, 7, 8. I'm gonna hit the high end.
All right.
It's over. Like, personally, I don't know, so I'm not gonna sound all like that, but it's insane that these people in suit are the ones that are trying to control and change, or, you know, they are the ones that we put in place, right, to do the best. And they're like, maybe 8, maybe 5, I don't know. Thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. Let's see what's the actual number is. But
the answer is 0.04%. Not 1%, not a half of a percent. It's 0.04%. It's gone up from 0.03 in the last couple of decades.
I guess the guy that said 5%, he wasn't close then.
This is what we're being contorted into doing, is this tiny change in CO2. If we get below 0.02, plant life starts dying.
It's hilarious how all these experts who sit there and tell you how you need to adjust your life in order to save the planet can't even tell you how much carbon is in the atmosphere while yelling at you that there's too much carbon in the atmosphere. They don't have a clue what they're talking about. They're all just a bunch of sheep doing what they were told without doing any research and spreading the same lies that they bought into, all in an effort to get us to spend billions and billions of dollars to solve 100%. A problem that doesn't even exist.
100%.
So yeah, we can put fungus in a robot body and then teach it how to operate it. But did you know that they have a language and the average fungus knows about 50 words? That language involves grammar. This research group decided to figure out what those little electrical impulses that fungus are making means. They were really surprised to find out that they were conversing. Fungi act pretty similar to the way neurons do. They interconnect and share electrical signals, and yeah, that is the fungal living robot skin some researchers made. This is also why both the brain organoids and fungus can operate a robot. Fungi live in connected colonies that can span thousands of miles, but no one entirely understands why they're interconnected. Turns out they're talking to each other. So they measured the millivolts and then listened to the fungus talk back and forth. What they found looked kind of similar to Morse code, except it's much more complicated. They're able to parse out that they were speaking. However, what these things mean, we don't know. This tells me that they probably do have the capacity to learn language. We could probably teach them similarly to how we taught the brain organoid language. We could hook them up to AI and have it train. Then give them the benefit of maybe not being in the light that they hate so much if they do it right. Feed me, Seymour! Now, we did teach them to use their bodies by irritating them enough to move. I think they would probably say, hey, what the f***, dude, quit it.
I just thought this was interesting. That's one of the largest and longest living organisms in the world, and we just discovered that it has its own language. And with the use of AI, we may actually one day be able to decode that language and communicate with the fungi. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of information we could derive from something like that, but it would be absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, 100%.
They told me they were making a hybrid race.
And for what?
They didn't want, I wanted to know for what, but they never gave an inkling of what it was for, or what this hybrid race would be doing, where it would be, or what. My grandfather died in 1940, so this was in the 1930s when these things were happening with them. She said they would be sitting on the side porch at night and they would see lights over the oil wells, and a lot of times they would see what they thought were little children dressed in white running around the oil wells. And on several times they saw it in the daytime. They would see these little children dressed in white, and once or twice they got up to go see if they could catch the little children and find out who they were, and they would start out, but by the time they would get there, the children would be gone. The main concept was creating a
aliens.
hybrid breed. At least that's what they told me. That they were trying to create a race of people that could live in our atmosphere and in their atmosphere. And they had not yet produced that person. Now, on another occasion, I remembered being shown a baby that really favored my grandson a lot. If you would, give it the slant eyes, they weren't as big as their eyes, but it looked human. And I knew that this was my child, and I wanted to take that child with me, but they said that it would not be able to live in this atmosphere. It's not really a frightening experience. It's just, it happens, and it doesn't leave you frightened. I think the thing that frightened me the most was that I was not consciously aware of what had happened, and I did not know what to put these ships with. I didn't have anything concrete to say, well, they're coming to do this or that. I just had the frightening feeling. And after I found out what had happened, I was at peace with what had happened, knowing that there's nothing that I can do about it, because I cannot stop them. Nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do.
Damn.
Nobody on this earth. Because they are too far advanced mentally and technologically for, we don't have a defense at all.
They do magic.
Yeah, they could come in today and take over if that was their desire. But like I said, I don't feel that it's their desire to take over through violence, and they don't care about governments. See, government control is not their thing. They want bodies, and they want minds that are going to do what they want the minds to do, but they need the bodies to do whatever it is with. And that's where we come in.
I'm interested to know what y'all's thoughts are on this one. I have a difficult time determining whether or not some of these abduction stories are legitimate sounding or not, but the way this lady's speaking makes me feel like at the very least she believes that what she's telling you is the truth.
Yeah, she definitely she believes it.
When she talks about that baby alien looking like her grandson, it looks like she's speaking from memory and not something that she made up. It almost seemed like she came to that realization as she was remembering what the alien baby looked like. That's just the impression that I get. What are y'all's thoughts?
The reason I never supported Cracker Barrel?
I don't eat Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is one of the things that I have never eaten in my life.
Yeah, first time hearing about it.
I'm 43 years old and I never once stepped foot into a Cracker Barrel. And I never ate anything made by Cracker Barrel. You see this guy right here, okay? Old white man represents the cracker. White men were called crackers because of the sound their whip made. The barrel represents the barrels that the slaves were forced to bathe in. So you got a slave owner, and what they made the slaves bathe in, the cracker and the barrel, and people will be like, oh no, that's not true. So then explain this. If you look at the word cracker, right there, that right there is the handle of a whip, and that is the whip that comes and wraps around it. That's the whip handle, and that's where the whip starts and wraps around. It's literally a racist business. That's what Cracker Barrel stands for.
I stopped eating Cracker Barrel because everything on their menu is just brown stuff. No matter what you eat, it's just a big plate of deep fried brown. That can't be healthy. I'm curious though, how did they make it through the Summer of Love riots when all these statues are being torn down and all these football teams are having to rename themselves because of all the lunatics crying out racism? How in the world did this not get attacked if it's true? I'm not typically someone who supports name changes over societal shifts, but this one's a bit over the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this one real quick. Shout out to UFO Sightings Daily. Roll it.
Guys, welcome back. This is Scott. I got three amazing things on Google Earth that I want to show you. 1, 2, and 3. So hold on to your hat. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind.
Oh,
okay,
here
first
we
we're
go,
going to look at
boys.
the small little
Here we
island
go.
area. And next to the ship, if you take this little person, see the person? Drop him in that little hole. See the hole right there? Drop him in. And as soon as you drop him in, you're going to see the ship with a UFO. And not just one UFO. There's another small one right next to it, right below it.
This one?
And there's people taking photographs of the ship and the UFO itself. So they see it too. This guy, I don't know what he's looking at behind him, but he's looking at something. And if you look around pretty carefully, you can see the UFOs quite clearly. And they look like a disc.
On the sky?
And you don't see anything else. There's no flaws, no glitches, no nothing. And what I say is...
Okay, so this one and this one. And this is on Google Maps. Okay, so this one also. Oh, shit! This is on Google Maps, bro? Can I actually do it now? Or is it gonna be gone? Like, do we have... Okay, let's actually do this live as well. So I'm gonna copy this here. Let's see.
What if you want to see a UFO, watch 7 sunsets, because you're gonna see one. You're gonna see one, I guarantee. Okay, now sunset is the most common time. This is a screenshot just so we could zoom in on it for you, and you can see the actual detail, and it looks like a classic disc to me. It looks like a classic disc. Absolutely amazing. Look at that shape. It's hit by the sunset, and that's why it's revealed. The sunset at a certain angle.
Okay, I can't. So this is what I'm getting right now. At least the first one that I input, the first coordinates that I put in. This is what I'm getting right now. Of course, like, there's no road, so I can't zoom in. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. How did he? How was he able to zoom in? There's no road, right? What the hell? Let's 1 sec, huh? Okay, so we're at 128. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this in mind. 128. How did he? What the hell?
Okay, first we're gonna look at this small little island area, and next to the ship, if you take this little person.
Oh, okay, so 3D. I think he's in 3D maps, and it's.
See the person? Drop him in that little hole. See the hole right there? Drop him in. And as soon as you drop him in, you're gonna see the ship. Drop him in that little hole. See the hole right there? Drop him in. And as soon as you drop him in, you're gonna see the ship.
Okay.
With a UFO. And not just one UFO, there's another small one right next to it, right below it. And there's people taking photographs of the ship and the UFO itself. So they see it too. This guy, I don't know what he's looking at behind him, but he's looking at something. And if you look around pretty carefully, you can see the UFOs quite clearly, and they look like a disc. And you don't see anything else. There's no flaws, no glitches, no nothing. And what I say is, look at that shape. It's hit by the sunset, and that's why it's revealed. The sunset at a certain angle hits it when the observer is at a certain angle to it. It's just basic geometry, but it's really awesome. Okay, let's see the sighting number 2. On Google Earth, sighting number 2 is going to boom, blow your mind. If one UFO doesn't blow your mind, maybe 2 or 3 more will do. Now, I checked all these spots out, and when I dropped this little person right here, Oh, but you just gotta wait and see.
I'm still trying to figure out like how I can get like 3D map here. Yeah, it's gonna take me time to. I guess we're just gonna check the video, but this is fascinating stuff because number one, it's on the Google Maps and he's doing it right. Like I guess 3D maps, and these are the areas where he can just put the man, and essentially Google Maps, they took pictures around these areas, so it's available for us to view. It's probably gonna get removed, I'm assuming.
See, just gotta wait and see, baby. There you go. You see what I see? 2 people getting abducted.
There is no way. What? This is comedy. This is fake. This gotta be fake, right? What the hell? I mean, the images don't look real, and you know, like these people walking on water, essentially. This is really on Google. You know, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell?
Abducted by alien UFOs from the tower, from the lighthouse there. What is going on? Now, at first I thought, well, the possibility of this being real is very small because of one thing overall. The UFOs are all in the exact same position, the exact same with little lines on them. And don't say UFOs don't have seams. I had seen evidence on planet Mercury where there are seams on their structures. And look, this is just amazing. It looks kind of cool. Let me drop in a screen.
This one seems realistic, right? I would say this one seems genuine, but the other one, I don't know about that.
Shot so you can see it up close for yourself. Let's analyze these people up close and personal. Okay, you can see this is the RBC lighthouse, and look at him. Look at him. He is faded in places, like he's almost evaporating from some kind of light beaming him aboard. Now that is freaky. That is really cool because it almost looks realistic. And
it doesn't look realistic, bro. It does not look realistic.
The UFO is similar to all the other UFOs, which is just fine. But however, I noticed it looks like this person is wearing sunglasses and the feet are cut off. Now, unless the feet were beamed up first, going from foot to head, maybe that's how it happens. I don't know. Or does the whole body beam up at once? Let's look at the other UFOs and compare and contrast. You see, each of these UFOs actually look like the same UFO. The lines were in the exact same place. The shading is the exact same place. The sun shines it up in the same place. So maybe this isn't so real, but it sure as hell is kind of fun to look at, and I have no idea how this happened. It's not me. I'll put the links to this in the about description below the video. Hold on, we got one more. Look at this. This is weird. Do you like aliens? Did you watch the Alien movie? You gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this guy is farming these 10-legged octopuses. Yes, you got me right. 10-legged octopuses, or giant spiders, 10-legged spiders. What the hell has 10 legs? These do, and they're big. They're big, guys. They're just massive in scale. But look, if you go to this place in the history right now, it's nothing. It's gone. But if you look at 9/2020, they're there. Guys, what's going on? Are these coming fossilized remains of some?
I'm baffled by this one, right? Like the second one. I'm really baffled.
Ancient spider species, some ancient alien species that used to live on our planet, and someone tried to burn the whole crop area to get rid of it so they're not so visible. What's going on here? I'll put this coordinates in the about description below this video. Hit that like and subscribe button.
What'd you guys make off it?
If this is lame as to what that logo
rocket, here it is. And this one went up. I call this the Tupac rocket. Here it is. And this one went up, and the top half of the rocket disappeared. And if you look at this, it goes off. There's a bunch of smoke blown out of the ground. And then this thing is going up, and this little flame is lifting up this, 100 tons of weight, right? Where's the thrust? But this one, when it went up, there was a little glitch, and all of a sudden you'll see the top half of the rocket will disappear. Okay. And after we saw this, I think it was after we saw this one, we were looking at some, I think, Google Earth pictures of NASA's, launch pad. And we found these weird spotlights, and we zoomed in on them, and we were able to get it was either a name or a serial number or something. And we Googled it, and we found out it's from a holographic projection company. A holographic projection company.
I honestly think that just looks like an artifact in the video, that the footage got corrupted during compression or something. The entire sky appears to be cut off. I will say this though, if they want us to believe them when they're firing off these rockets, why are they hiring all these CGI companies to help with the launch? At the very least, they're giving everyone who's suspicious of them plausible deniability. Why not just give us the unedited video and photos from these space missions and these rocket launches? Hey, If you're enjoying this video and you like this type of content, I post a new one just like it every day, Monday through Friday.
Like and subscribe. Definitely check out the homie Barry's strip as well. And guys, this is the last episode that we've done. If you enjoyed this, you're gonna love this one whole lot more. All right, we got a whole lot of clips in this one. Check it out, and I'll see you right there.